Once upon a time, there was a young teen boy who was not a very good student and was failing in many classes. And though he was very bright and creative, his mind rarely allowed him to stand still, and he could not bring himself to pay attention. As time went by, his mind became more restless, so he dropped out of school and took long walks. Meetings were held and people paid close attention to this child. Thank goodness he had an active family who helped him, because there were no psychiatric medications and none of them were available, and the family had to actually spend time with this boy. Eventually the boy changed his outlook, and with a supportive family, he became a legend. Because that boy, well, he was Albert Einstein. People with ADHD tend to be very intelligent. They're creative, inventive, and intuitive. Creativity is not just confined to music, entertaining, painting, and sculpting. Creativity is used by inventors, entrepreneurs, research, and others who think outside of the box. Other people who have ADHD is Cher, Steven Spielberg, John Lennon, Jim Carrey, Dustin Hoffman, Robin Williams, Tom Cruise, and Walt Disney, just to name a few. These people have chosen to live their lives in creativity and not in an induced drug state. The problem is, in a country where there's a huge public outcry against the use of street drugs by our children, our public schools and families are drugging children by the millions. At this very second, at least 6 million school children are being administered Ritalin and other mind-altering drugs. Psychiatrists tell us that drugging our children is required to treat them for learning disabilities, yet there are no objective standards for these supposed learning disabilities. They are entirely a matter of opinion. Symptoms such as short attention span or not finishing a task, fidgeting or squirming, maybe having a temper. Many children have temper tantrums. Having difficulty waiting or taking a turn, these are all symptoms of typical children and teenagers. Kids do not have an on and off switch. Now, according to the Medical Association, it's just not school children who are being dosed with these drugs. Preschoolers from the age of 2 to 4 are being drugged, and it's tripling. Ritalin and other drugs like Ritalin has more potent effect on the brain than cocaine does. You can imagine that Ritalin side effects can range from unwelcome personality changes to cardiovascular problems, loss of appetite, anxiety, tics, muscle spasms, seizures, high blood pressure, and yes, even sudden death. And the problem becomes further complicated when you consider that in addition to the Ritalin explosion, increasing numbers of children are also being prescribed antidepressants such as Prozac and Zoloft. These side effects can even include suicide. These drugs, which 10% of our school children are on, were originally designed to be tested on adults only. Stop! Take a brief moment and look at some of the causes. Studies conclude that kids who spend too much time on video games are missing out on other activities fundamental to their physical, intellectual, and emotional development. And children who watch more than 10 hours of TV a week don't do as well in school, and it stunts their age-appropriate growth. Food is a major cause with behaviors and learning difficulties in children. Scientists now claim junk food stops the brain from working properly, leading to underachievement and a host of other disorders such as ADHD and mental illness. Not giving our children chances, becoming frustrated, and yelling at them because we as parents or teachers are frustrated does not help the problem. It only worsens the issues at hand. But there is hope. With proper diet and teaching children the right way to eat, it paves the way to a healthier child. Certain supplements and vitamins are necessary for our children, as well as exercise and family activity. MindHance can work with you and your family to help your children learn how to deal with ADHD. For more information for the safe and natural treatment of ADHD, contact MindHance. Creativity should never be medicated.